Hello, everybody. This is Russell Gurule, and I'm going to tell you about my experiences watching the New Mexico Runners for this very first season. My very first experience watching the Runners indoor soccer, and it was quite an experience for myself. I cover high school basketball. That's what I do. I'm a basketball junkie. I've covered the Albuquerque Soul, the PDL, which was soccer. This was the forerunner of the New Mexico United. And I've also been the media coordinator for New Mexico Bull Snakes basketball, which was pro basketball here in Albuquerque, which was part of the ABA, American Basketball Association. But this was definitely something different. I was taking photography and video and things of that nature for the Runners, and I wrote the Russell's Rundown for the New Mexico Runners this season. And it was quite an experience. This is a very professionally run organization. It is special. It is special. It is unique here in New Mexico, in Albuquerque, in the metro area. They play their games at Rio Rancho Event Center, which is a really, really nice venue. In fact, they had the WWE just recently as I'm filming this, and that was spectacular. It was spectacular. That's something you don't normally see here in New Mexico. And we have something special here. And I got to learn about indoor soccer. I've got to learn about the Runners and how they do things professionally, and they bring out many different groups and how they present indoor soccer here in New Mexico. And that was something really special to see. It's really exciting. They play music during the game, which adds an extra plus to the game, and it makes it fun and exciting to watch the game. You get to see bicycle kicks, and you get to see these athletes really, really go after it and really, really show their skill. That's one thing I noticed about indoor soccer is the skill. They really had some skill, which really impressed me a lot, because when you watch this, it's definitely not amateurish at all. This is a top league. They play in the Major Arena Soccer League 2, and then there's also the Major Arena Soccer League, which has franchises in LA and Dallas. And this one right here is the one we play in. We play in against school teams like Amarillo and Wichita, and they all have top-notch facilities, and that's what you need in a professional league. And this sport is still growing here in the United States. It's gradually picking up steam, and it's a lot like basketball, because there's a fast break in this type of soccer, and it's fun when they do it, because the crowd just starts getting really excited, and they start getting loud, and that's what makes it really fun. And goals can be scored in a matter of seconds and minutes. It's not like outdoor soccer, which I used to watch, where it might take the whole game before somebody scores a goal. Here, this could happen at any moment, at any time. And you see scores up in the tens, 16-7, which you saw earlier. And you can see all of that kind of stuff happen really quick, and that's what makes it fun. Americans love scoring, and this definitely has that. You got 5 players on each side just really battling, and what impressed me was the physicality on the boards, which is the walls around the pitch, and that makes it really, really interesting as they fight for the soccer ball. And just the other things that add to the game, like you see there, the runner's flag flying after a goal scored, the celebration. Rio, the mascot, who I think is one of the best mascots in the country. I'd like to see him in some competitions and some other things, because he's just an awesome mascot to have. And that's just another great thing added to the Runners organization. And when I started this, I talked to Andres Trujillo. He is the president and CEO of the Runners organization, and he's here from New Mexico. And what he's done here in his home state, his family, how they built this thing from the bottom up. And he's no stranger to pro sports here in New Mexico and sports in general. What he's done here is just really impressive, and I hope we all get behind him and support this franchise, Because when you look at the history of franchises across pro sports, teams like the Denver Nuggets of the NBA, or somebody like the Indiana Pacers, who came from the ABA, and they go to the NBA when it was in its infancy and it was young and fresh. They were able to make them into big brands, and they represented those cities, those communities, and those states very well nationwide. And I see in my own vision, I see the Runners being something like that as far as indoor soccer. And a lot of people can experience that history, that rich history, and get to enjoy this and be there at the beginning. And that's a really cool thing that's happening there in Rio Rancho at the event center with the Runners. That's something I'm seeing, and that's why I enjoyed this first year for me. This is the fourth year for the Runners, but for me, this is my first year. And if you haven't seen one of these games, I would ask that you try to at least get to one game next season so you can see this action. I mean, the video doesn't really do it justice. If you're sitting in the stands and you see this, it's up close. It's there's just so much to take in, and it's fun because you don't know what's going to happen next because there's so much effort being put into the game. And it's always fun to win. We did go through some lows and some highs, but overall the experience was just incredible for me because it was just so top-notch, professional. And I think that's what a lot of New Mexicans are looking for, is something that they can be proud of, that's top-notch, professional, something that they can say, yes, this is my team. And that's why I encourage you to go for year 5, or what we're calling it, the dime season. There's just so much there that's beginning to grow and build. And in a community where we only have UNM sports, New Mexico State, college basketball or football, and a lot of times those sports tend to disappoint us or take us through some highs and lows. And then, of course, the Albuquerque Isotopes and the United. Here's an offering that could change things, really could change things as far as the sports community is concerned, because you have something that can reach the very top level. The very top level. It is there, and all you have to do is just show up once just to see it. You have everything there, from club side seats to a moonwalk. You have organizations that join in, and it becomes an event. There's birthday parties, there's suites, there's concessions, there's beer that's sold there at the Rio Rancho Event Center. It's a total experience, and it's a professional venue. It's not like some of the other venues that are kind of run down in our community. This one is a professional venue, and it's definitely a place where you feel like something big is happening. And so I'm going to be back next year, and I encourage you to come check this team out. I know they're going to announce the rosters pretty soon, probably in a couple months when the next season begins. But I would encourage you to just look at the website and check out NewMexicoRunners.com and look and see what they have to offer and what the season's going to be. And there's so many different viewing options and so many different things you can experience at a Runners game. Because I guarantee you're not going to hang out in the concourse. You're going to definitely want to watch this team play, because that's just how indoor soccer is. It's just like basketball, and we're a basketball state. And I know that a lot of you love the fast action, and a lot of you love you love watching sports. And that's something that we do here in New Mexico. So definitely check this out. And we have something special to grow here, and we can reach the top. So check out NewMexicoRunners.com. You can check out my pages at Russell E. Gurule and Russell Gurule on Instagram. Also Russell E. Gurule on Facebook and Twitter. And then, of course, here on YouTube. So definitely check those out. Check out the Runners again. NewMexicoRunners.com. They do sell swag, plenty of swag and everything else, and just be looking for those updates for that 5th season, because I'm definitely going to be back. I'm going to enjoy it, and I hope you do too, and I hope to see you there, because we can definitely grow something special here. I thank you all for just watching and checking it all out, and you guys have a great summer.